Greetings, this is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster, and this is another brief review of an episode of the Orville. This episode is called Primal Urges. It's the second episode of Season 2. It deals with Vorta's addiction to the holodeck, similar to Barclay's addiction to the holodeck in the classic TNG episodes where it dealt with that, Holo Pursuits, I think. But they've gone there because they've said, you know what, and like TNG fans have often gone on about. I was like, the holodeck would be for like watching porn. So in this version of it, we get Vortis, the gay alien, and his porn addiction to porn. So, but he goes on the holodeck and he watches porn. So yeah. I don't know if any of the other crewmen do that, but because he's a full-body suit alien, they can even show him naked, because it doesn't matter, because he's actually in a suit. But, do you really want to see that thing naked? No. Vortis, I guess, is sort of their version of a Klingon. Like, it's Worf, basically. Except they had him laying eggs like Mork from Mork and Mindy. So he's like an Orkin, but we call him a Mocklin, you know. And, except, he lays an egg. But the kid is now 8. I guess because it ages fast. Well, they said the egg was like in one episode, so their species must not be very long-lived. Anyway, so, they investigate the B story is that they investigate a star that is dying, and the very most distant planet of the red giant star. There's a planet that has catacombs in it where there are actually survivors inside a structure that looks pretty Earth-like door and Earth-like corridor to climb down and all that. But yeah, they had a set and they were using it. So some of the maintenance shafts of looks like a subway thing or something. Anyway, so then the Orville must break orbit from the star, but the porn site has messed with the computer. It is doing like the Starship Disaster episode of Enterprise, Next Gen, and so they have to escape last minute. Didn't use a transporter this time though, and so that's basically the episode. It was okay. It was fine. It's a sci-fi story. Clearly one of the ones, they say that these are the ones left over from last season. I don't think they are. Because of the way that they're structured, they appear to just be episodes slightly, but they're not in a different order either, really. Because I keep saying they're out of order, but they aren't really, because the Family Values one then shows the guy with a funny head in this one, and they reference the other episode in this one, so this is actually the episode after the other one. Unless they just keep mentioning the same stuff over and over again. And that other one had to be the premiere, the way they put it together. Unless the Star one was the first one. I wonder if the holodeck, they have a holodeck. So I wonder if the simulation thing, they call it a sim. Same as what they do in Silly Trek. In Silly in Space, it's a sim. It's the Imagine deck. It's the sim, yeah. But in Silly in the Space, the simulations turn real because of the way the realm works. It could be scary as well. What if your simulations were axe murderers or perverts or something? It would create real ones of them. They'd be running around. Well, maybe there is a moral compass to it. It doesn't send murderers and perverts. I don't know. But in this version, they don't do that. So, the Orville, the Kal Kat moment would have been with the 30 survivors that they end up doing the Thanos thing with the survivors. There's 75 and they can only take half of them. And then the planet breaks apart really fast. Sort of like Star Trek 3 and Thanos, and, well, indirectly Thanos. And the master is Thies, of course, because Uh, Similar to Thiva from Distant Destinies. Yeah, so yeah, you've got, or it's a reference to William Werethes, the costume designer of TNG season 1 before Michael Messworm. Could be William Werethes, yes, William Werethes, um, on TNG back in the day. I was like 16 when that show started. I was Will Wheaton's age, roughly. A little older, I guess. Yeah, a little older than Will Wheaton. Anyway, so yeah, but actually, Nicola Carno is older than me. He was actually a little older than my sister, but for some reason he was playing like somebody younger. He was playing somebody like 20 when he was like 25. It's kind of odd. Well, they did that a lot in the 80s. In that episode when they introduced him. So now he's 52 or something like that. Robert McNeil. He's older than my sister. Anyway, so yeah, sure. I really have nothing to say about Holodeck created Porn Addiction. The counseling scene was amusing. The mother lady doctor who's also doubles as the ship's counselor, in a similar vein to Dr. McCoy from the original Star Trek, who was also the shrink. So they put a counselor on the continues, but yeah. So yeah, sure. It's called Primal Urges, which would be a hilarious name for a fan fiction Transformers fanfic dealing with Beast Wars. Primal Urges, because his name was Optimus Primal in that. But no, there probably is one. Yeah, don't go looking for it. Yeah. Actually, there's Rule 34 of the Orville. Ew, but yes, yeah. So this sleazy bug guy knows spaceport virus. Okay. Do you think the sleazy bug guy also would go to jail? So they keep, because he saved the people on the planet after the virus. They sort of said, okay, you're on report, but you're not kicked off the ship. At one point, Vortis's wife tried to kill him as a form of divorce, which is kind of what the Letamak and Tatamus do in Distant Destinies later series. The Cousins series, the Canary Cousins, coming soon. They do that. Well, they're more like insect lizard things. So what they do is it's usually the females that kill the males because they've mated with them. They're like like a praying mantis, or a spider, black widow spider. So yeah, that didn't happen here though. Kind of a hollow story, but it was all right. Holodeck. Sure. Yeah. So this episode. I'm sure the internet will discuss it more so than I did, but this is really just a little in brief thing. I do these little brief. Yeah, the Orville. This one had science fiction in it for the fans that wanted action going on. The next one looks to be another action one with the vampire aliens. Of course, there are vampire aliens. There have to be vampire aliens. Yeah. So, and I don't think the blonde lady is going to be the spy unless they do that as a joke to imitate Discovery. I think they're going to do that. If they do that, it'll be over in one episode, which it should have been on Discovery as well. Not just, but yeah. So yeah, there you go. So that's it.